Hello, I'm Lajina and I'm going to show you two very simple dishes today. We are making roti, which could be known as chapatis or flatbreads, and they're simply flour and water. We will turn it into a dough, roll it and cook it on the top of a hob. Really simple breads. You could make these with your family, so get the kids involved, teach them, get them to help and roll, etc. The other thing we're going to make is a very simple curry sauce. So I'm going to show you how to make a very simple curry base with some onions, ginger, garlic, a few spices, and then we're going to make a curried baked bean dish. So it's just baked beans that we're going to very simply curry, eat with the roti. So the two dishes together, our rotis and our baked bean dal, is going to be served together as a very modern, spicy, British Indian breakfast. So let's get cooking. To make between 10 and 12 chapatis, take a big bowl and pop 2 cups of flour. I sometimes use a cup of wholemeal and a cup of plain flour with a cup of water to turn the flour into a lovely soft dough. Take your time working the water into the dough to get the gluten working. Sometimes an extra drop of water helps to just make the dough stick a little bit better. Now start to knead the dough, good 5 minutes minimum. It's quite traditional to use a drop of water just to have an extra soft dough. Now allow the dough to rest. Just cover it and pop it to the side. And we'll start thinking about making curry now. So I'm just peeling an onion and a couple of cloves of garlic. I'll peel about ½ inch of ginger. I'll grate the ginger and garlic, put it to one side. You could use frozen ginger garlic or garlic from a jar. It's not essential. Ginger garlic isn't essential to make a very simple curry like this. It just helps. Now I'm chopping an onion. Chop as finely as you can. Careful of your fingers. Pop the ginger, garlic and onion in a plate on the side and start warming your pan with a tablespoon of oil. Pop ½ teaspoon of cumin seeds into the oil to season that oil, and then your chopped onion. Fry for about 5 minutes, adding ½ teaspoon of salt to speed it all along. We're looking for golden, soft, mushy onions. The tip is to add a little bit of water every so often to stop the onions from burning and to speed your onions up. So a little bit of water helps. Then add your ginger garlic 5 minutes later. I'm cooking the curry on high heat. And ½ teaspoon of chilli powder and a teaspoon of turmeric. Dry spices go in now with a little bit of water just to make sure they don't burn. That's a really good tip to add the water. It lets you cook the sauce, the base, really quickly and on a high heat if you're stood over it with your water. Now I'm adding 2 cans of baked beans. Give them a good stir with all that spicy mix. Now your base, your curry base, you could cook anything with it, but we're making bean curry today, baked bean curry. When I've given the pan a really good stir, I'm going to simmer, to lower the heat on a simmer. I might even cover it and then let it cook for about 15 minutes while I make the chapatis. I'm also tasting it to make sure that it tastes, the seasoning is right. So I'm adding a little bit extra salt and 1.5 teaspoons of garam masala. Garam masala is a great finishing spice. 1.5 teaspoons gives this curry quite a heat, so just be careful. You know, you could use less if you want a milder curry. So while the curry is simmering, I'm just going to start making the chapatis. So remember the dough we made earlier? I'm going to split that dough to between 10 to 12 balls, and then I'm going to roll them into a round and then flatten them. I'm doing this pinwheel shape. It just helps to roll it. We're looking for an even roll. It doesn't matter if they're not round at this point. That's just practice. If you can manage to have an even chapati, they will cook easier. You won't have any raw bits. So that's the only reason. And a flat, even one is better. Now you see the chapati slap. That takes off any extra flour that you've used to dust your chapatis in. So it just helps to remove that flour, or it will burn when you're cooking. So back to making the next chapati while your first one is cooking on a flat pan. So I'm using a tawa, but you could use a frying pan. Just be careful with your fingers so you don't burn them. I'm pressing the chapati down, so just very gently press your chapati until it's cooked through. There shouldn't be not any raw bits, and you'll see the little brown spots appearing. When they start rising, they are pretty much cooked, but you're looking to make sure that they're cooked evenly and throughout the bread, not just one corner of it. There you go, another chapati slap. So while you're cooking the chapatis, it might be handy to have your children help you roll them. They'll sort of folding and rolling the chapatis, and then you can keep an eye on cooking them. It's a fun activity, and it's a tasty one as well. There you go, I've made a stack of them. Cover them in a warm tea towel till you're ready to eat them. So my curry is almost made. I'm just going to pop it in a dish to serve.
I'll garnish it with a little bit of herbs. I've got some parsley today. I haven't got any carrot. It could be coriander. You could use spring onions. You could use a little squeeze of lemon. I've just got some parsley. And then I'll serve the curry with some chapatis as my traditional British Indian breakfast. Thank you for watching.